I'm trying to. All right. Hello, Facebook. Um, and I will upload this on YouTube. So I'm doing a consultation, right, for a potential client, and I was so excited, right? Excuse my hair. I was so excited to see a credit report, in which the credit scores was 735, TransUnion 736, Experian, and 742, Equifax. So my first question, and I'm going to upload this client's. I'm going to upload this video because I'm going to do their consultation live, and I'm just going to upload and save the video and send it to them, right? And so I was so excited to see a credit report in the high 700s. Number one, that's a relief after you look at hundreds and hundreds in the 500s and 600s, score range. And so I was so excited, number one, to see these high scores. And my second thought was, okay, you all show me some digital love. I don't have my AirPods in, so I don't know if you all can hear me clearly. And then my second thought was, okay, what services would these people need, right? Or would this person need? And so I'm going to show you their credit report. I'm going to send this to them by email. I'm not going to, I'm going to brag on them a little bit for, first of all, having high credit scores in the 700s. Oh, thank you for the digital love. In the 700s, right? I'm going to brag on them just a little bit. That's a blessing, right? To have your credit scores in the high 700s. And I don't see many of these, so I'm so excited. So congratulations to this person. Now, I see a lot of social media, and I'm going to show you live. Hey, Joshua, I did read your message, Joshua. I don't quite understand what you're saying, so I'll try to message you later on, Joshua. And so I see a lot of social media posts stating that, hey, credit repair, you shouldn't pay someone thousands of dollars to fix your own credit. Okay, Joshua. Now, Joshua, you do know, I don't know if you follow me, but I did say that I was not going to do any more credit repair in Mississippi. And it's so many different reasons, but but I will contact you, Joshua, in spite of, because it's just hard for me to say no to people that need help. But this is why, and I'm going back to this credit report. This is why, Joshua, because so many people, the people that reach out to me in Mississippi, they either know me or they know of me. And they want me to spoon feed them to do I don't know how to email you my credit report in PDL. Can you meet me? See, I don't have those questions or concerns. And then oftentimes I will quote a lower price because of the familiarity, right? And I find myself doing more work for Mississippians when I really look at state for a lesser price, but doing more work. And so I can do less work, have less hassle. And people are, they know that they can't meet me at McDonald's or over coffee with their information, or they get credit reports in the mail and they say, hey, I just want to meet you because I don't understand it. See, when you know you don't have access to me like that, then you do what you got to do to get your credit on flow. So people in Mississippi think, and then too, Joshua, I have a lot of people that still owe me money. And so from Mississippi. So I'm like, I don't want to go to a grocery store. I don't want to go to church. I don't want to go to a recreation event, and I know you owe me money. And I can't be comfortable in that environment. So that was one reason, that's my little tantrum. So I know you said, well, you always get your money up front. And you won't be in that position, but it's just less stress on me not to. And I honestly, I get more clients outside the state of Mississippi. I have less clients here, but more people here that owe me money. that's in debt to me. Even some pastors, right, in Mississippi. So, all right, so back to this credit report, and I'm going to email this person this credit report. I had to hear all that. This person is not from Mississippi, right? They're from Texas, and I'm going to flip the screen and show you these scores. Now, this is why you hire an expert like me versus doing some things yourself, because you don't know what you don't know. So this is this person's credit report. Kudos to this person. So I'm going to try to do this the best I can. You see the 736, 735, I'm sorry, 736, and 742. Yeah, Jonathan Pastors from Mississippi. Yep, from Mississippi. They got a home and everything, and removed some bankruptcies for them. And they're still in my debt. They got the house with the pool, but I'm pretty sure because they didn't do everything right, they're probably overpaying interest rate in their home than what they would have done if they would have paid me to remove those things and get that thing done right. So now this person has a mortgage. Now you just saw the high credit score, and so they have a mortgage. Now I'm noticing. Let me scroll down so I'm not showing their account number. That they just, and I'm so glad. Hello from California, Miss Bowles. Thank you for the digital love with the flowers, right? Thank you for the digital flower. And so this person just acquired this home loan in 2018. And thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much. And so I'm so happy to see this person's credit report. You see their balance is $162,000 in their monthly payment. Now, because, let me flip the screen. This person has such high credit scores. Because this person has such high credit scores, and I'm strolling down and looking at their credit report, I'm seeing, I just got so excited with this, that they have a credit card on here. They have a business credit card, and they have a $5,000 limit, and nothing is due, no balance. Now, again, this person reached out to me, paid the $25 for a credit consultation. Why does this excite me? Because I'm looking at this person had just purchased a home in August of 2018. And up to this point, they've paid the original price purchase balance was $164. They made their monthly payments of $1,468, but their balance is still $1,062,000, right? $1,060. The original loan amount was $1,066. I can't get this. $164,000. Their current balance is $162,000.637. Okay, got that right. What I'm going to propose to this person, because they have good credit, is you have a business credit card with $5,000 balance on, and you with a $5,000 credit limit, but with zero balance. If you take this credit card, right, and I'm have a more in-depth discussion with this person, and you take that $5,000, if you have a zero transfer interest rate on that card, put that $5,000 on your mortgage, and so now your mortgage is $162,000. The mortgage would be $157,000, and I'm going to show this person how many years in interest they can save by doing that strategy of taking a credit card, and I call it turning the banks against each other, and now putting it on your mortgage. It's called lump sum payment. Now, sending an extra payment won't do this. One extra payment a year. And then what this person has to do, okay, I said, well, call this credit card and see if they give you 0% interest rate, which I'm sure with their credit scores. for 12 months. So you know that gives you approximately a year, and you make $500 payments. You have that card knocked off in 10 months. Now you're getting that money at 0% interest rate, and you recycle the process all over again, because this one move is going to save this person about a year and a half off of their mortgage, right? And that's how you pay out mortgages in 5 to 7 years. But it's also going to save this person approximately $18,000 in interest that they would have paid. Because what people don't understand about mortgages is that, let's say you have a 30-year mortgage, 15 years of that mortgage is just interest. That's all you're paying. And what you have to do is tell them, I want to apply this $5,000 off of this credit card towards my principal payment, my principal balance. Now, as I'm looking at this person's credit report, they have another card on here that's even higher with limit, but I just used the $5,000 card. So this is what a 740 credit score would look like. Now you might ask me, well, why does that person need your services? I'm assuming that this person is going to take their personal credit and then wants to get business credit cards that do not show up on their personal credit report. Because right now, the only thing that I see that this person needs to be done is the inquiries. They don't have any charge-offs, no collections, no late payments so far. I'm still looking. And they just need to get these inquiries moved. Now, if this is a person who is just saying, well, I'm going to try to fix my credit myself and do this, then they don't even understand how they can use their credit cards to pay down their mortgage the way I just explained, right? They don't understand the velocity banking method that I just explained to you all. You don't even get that knowledge. That's why you need expertise. That's why you need me. I'm just going to say it, because this is knowledge that you can get that you're not going to get on your own. See, have you all ever asked yourself the question that if credit repair was so easy and that people can do it themselves, why don't the person, I'll just say Kiki is the person that does taxes in the hood, right? Why doesn't Kiki do taxes and credit? Now, a lot of people, and the same people that suggest this would say, never do your own taxes. No, never do your own taxes. I always get professionals to do your taxes, but you can do your own credit. Okay, you got people in the hood that do taxes. Just you drop Kiki out for $150, $200. Kiki bring you back $8,000, $10,000. Why isn't that same person doing credit repair if it's that easy? Because we both know Kiki want to hustle. See, credit repair and restoration is not a simple, cut and dry, because you don't know what you don't know. I know people that are removing entire good lines of credit just because they have one 30-day late. Now, this is what I'm assuming, and this is what do-it-yourself credit repair programs do not teach you and cannot teach you, and it's removing inquiries or inquiries. Now, this is the bottom of this person's credit report. I'm assuming that the only thing they need from me is to get these inquiries out. And this person's credit score is going to be well above a 750 once all of these get deleted. So once I delete all of these inquiries for this person, their credit score is going to be above 750. And I'm going to show this person how to do velocity banking. I'm going to show this. Look at all this good credit reporting, and I'm not going to show that information. But if you watch earlier, I'm going to show this person how to use that credit card that they have for $5,000 and that new FH8 loan that they just got. I'm going to show them how to pay down their house mortgage in 5 to 7 years. So that's why I made the video yesterday. Credit will make you richer before your paycheck will. because you can get thousands of dollars through credit by using other people's money, and credit cards is nothing but the bank's money before you can make that much, especially if you're not a six-figure income earner. You can get thousands of dollars of the bank's money by means of credit cards. I don't care if you're trying to invest in a business, if you need to get better products, if you're in the trucking business and transportation, you're trying to purchase more trucks, to increase your income, or you're baking and you need commercial equipment to bake. Solomon, how much do I charge? How much do you charge, Solomon? That's because when I just showed you this person's credit report and the philosophy or the idea that I'm going to show this person how to pay down his mortgage, I can't just answer that question, Solomon. And Solomon, are you a barber? Because if you are, Solomon, and you need to get business credit and you're trying to expand your barber shop or salon, then you definitely need to get your personal credit underway. But I mean, as high as you can get it. So it's custom. Like this client right here, I'm going to tell them, get your inquiries removed. If you want to pay that mortgage down, I'm going to show you how to use Velocity Banking to do it quicker, to pay down that mortgage in 5 to 7 years. And if this person, that I'm so excited to see their credit report, wants to get business credit that will not show up on their personal credit, $1,000 of business credit, then once they get these inquiries removed, then I'm going to tell that person, whatever your business is, you have the personal credit score to get it. The sky's the limit to you. I don't see any installment loans, no vehicle loans on here. So I'm going to help this person pay down their house mortgage in 5 to 7 years. So you are Obama Solomon. What you have to do, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, is email me out. Just, I'm trying to think. Solomon, I'll leave the instructions in the comment once I log off. Once I log off, I'll leave the instructions in the comments. So again, doing your own credit. And this is a male. This is a male. I think it's a male because I see an account that just came on here. So if this person wants to pay down that mortgage that they just received in 2018 and pay off their house in 5 to 7 years through credit, this is how this is my consultation for them. But I'm so excited. This is easy for me, just to get their inquiries removed. I can get these inquiries removed. The ones I can get removed is the one that they did not get approved for. And 15 days, 30 days max, get those done. This is easy. So Solomon, like this person credit report, I wouldn't quote you the same price because you might have something different or more complicated, right, to get done. And so, yeah, that's why, because a lot of people that teach do-it-yourself credit repair, all this positive, let me show you something without showing, because I have a credit report in front of me. This person's credit, like, they have okay, everything. And so I have some people, and this is what do-it-yourself teach you. Let's say, for May and April, they had 30-day late here. The do-it-yourself program will teach you to dispute the entire account. And so everything that you paid positive for in all these years will be erased, instead of just updating a 30-day late and make a reversal to show okay and okay. Now you keep all of this positive accounting records. But when people deal with do-it-yourself program, that's what I call credit reversal. That's what I do. They don't teach them that. They wipe out all their years of good paying history, which damages their credit report more because your credit score is broken. It's like is the algorithm. It's made up of 5 components, right? Your credit score is calculated or in 5 components. 35% of that is your payment history. So when these do-it-yourself programs tell you to delete or just ask for verification of a late pay, you'll delete the biggest chunk of your credit program that you have, and you might have positive. Then 30% of your credit score is calculated by how much debt that you have, how much you still owe. So and then what I will be doing for this person is removing their inquiries, which makes up 10% of the credit score, right? But inquiries, for every one that get deleted, it's going to add 2 to 5 points to this person's credit report. So, hey, I'm signing off. Again, what they do is not what I do. Credit reversal is reversing late payments. Sometimes people need their student loans 120 days, 90 days reversed to show positive, because sometimes all they have is student loans showing they don't have major credit cards, so you don't want to delete that. Then I have some people who have major credit cards and they have other good standing accounts reporting, and so they just need to get their student loan debt deleted altogether, because that debt reporting on their credit report is prohibiting them from purchasing a home. Also, another thing, I talked about inquiries on this person's credit. Thank you for the digital love. If you have more than 6 inquiries or 6 hard pulls or inquiries on your credit report within the last 6 months, that for most underwriters would disqualify you from being a homeowner. So in this person's case, they have a lot of new pulls on their credit report. And I'm assuming they probably thought, well, I have a high enough credit score, and so I'll just apply for these things. But once these inquiries are removed from their credit report, they're going to have over a 750, and they're going to position themselves to get business credit card, because this is a male, and he may have a business idea that he wants to do, or business, but whatever it is, I can also help this person use their credit cards to pay down their home mortgage in 5 to 7 years. So again, if Kiki in the hood that does your taxes for $150 is not doing credit too, then why, if you think taxes is complicated, why would you think credit restoration is any differently? Why do you think credit is just an easy fix? Because if one letter, that's why I do customized. If one letter would fix everybody's credit problems, then you wouldn't have a need to argue that people pay $1,000 to credit organizations, and it's a reason why people pay that much, right? Because they need it, because they're losing out on thousands of dollars with bad credit. But there are some credit organizations that I would not recommend. And I'm not saying you have to pay that much. My clients don't pay me that much, but if you have 10 collections, 10 charge-offs, and all that, and your credit score is not what this person's credit score is, then you might have to pay that much. But if you are paying an expert like me $1,000, right, to reverse and repair and restore your credit, are you really looking at how much money you saving once you get your credit status up, and not only how much money you saving when you get some things refinanced and redone, but how much money you are positioning yourself to get now because you have a high credit score. If an account is at a charge-off status, should you still have to pay it? That's a great question, Solomon. If an account's at a charge-off status, should you still have to pay it? If an account has been, and I do appreciate you asking questions. I prefer to do live like that where I'm more engaging. If an account has been charged off, that means that the company or the business or the organization has taken that amount that was not paid back to them as a tax write-off. They've written it out for them as a tax write-off. So let's say you have a $10,000 Capital One card. You went 6 months, because that's how long it takes for a charge-off, without paying it, and now it's a charge-off, right? That means Capital One has taken that $10,000 that you did owe them, and they've said, okay, we're going to write it off as a loss to our company, right? So we can lower our taxes that we pay. So we're going to take this as a loss, as a write-off and tax deductions. And then what they do is send you like a 1099 in the mail, right, for that $10,000. Now, what happens with that 1099 is, let's say you gross or you netted $40,000 a year. Now that $10,000 1099 form makes it look like your income has been $50,000 a year, right? Because they are writing off the taxes to you. So now they want you to pay the taxes on that. So now it's like income. But see, this is what people don't know, right? It's when you have a great tax specialist on your in your life, and a credit specialist like myself. Okay, somebody was calling. You can save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars. This is how this works. There are ways, if you have the right tax specialist doing your taxes, not Kiki from the hood that I was talking about earlier. If you had the right tax specialist, that $10,000 can be done in a way that you're not taxed on that too, and it's not your taxable income. So you don't have to pay taxes on that either. So just imagine this scenario. If you, and I do know a tax specialist that does this. He's on my team. We work together. So imagine if something misfortunate happened and you couldn't pay and you had a write-off. And the charge-off now can be deleted from your credit history, your credit reporting. And you don't pay taxes. And the company doesn't pay taxes. Now everybody happy, right? You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Now everybody's happy. The same thing, it works with collections that way. Once a company has sold your debt, the key word in this is sold, S-O-L-D. Once a company has sold your debt to somebody else, ask yourself the question, if it's sold and you collected money on it, I don't care how much they collected, it's whatever they agreed. If they sold your $500 debt to a debt collector or a bill collector for $35, that was their decision. But if they sold it and they decided, okay, I sold it for $35, now the 400 and somebody help me with the math, $465, we'll just use it as a tax write-off for us. Because, see, the name of the game is pay less in taxes. That's why I tell people all the time, that's how you give yourself a paycheck pay raise. See, that money that you celebrate at the end of the year from Uncle Sam, okay, 66, thank you, Octavia. You've given that money to Uncle Sam all year out of your paycheck, and they've giving it back to you. That's why I call it refund at 0% interest. That's how I help people get from $200 more to $1,000 more out of their paycheck. And I'm like, why are you giving that money all year away for free for them to hold it? For them to hold it, for Uncle Sam to hold it. When that money needs to be in your household, you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're trying to get out of debt. You need that extra $200 to $500 to $1,000. It all depends on to come back to you. You need tax deductions. You need tax write-offs too. And people don't understand their biggest expense is tax. So everybody's trying to and so when a company sells your debt, they don't care that they sell it low. They just want the tax write-off. We're going to write it off as a loss, right? Because we make so much thousand. And so if your debt has been sold, that means in their eyes it's paid for, the original business. So the debt collector cannot legally come after you for the money unless they have everything in place that they're supposed to have. Number one, they're supposed to have the agreement that you agreed to pay the original business or wherever you got the services from the from the first place. So if you went to H&R Health Clinic, I just made that up, and H&R Health Clinic sold your debt to them, to the bill collector, they are supposed to have in their possession where you signed to H&R Health Clinic agreeing to pay it back in the first place. So that's number one. Okay, so I'm going to answer that. Number two, they're supposed to have the original contract. Debt collectors never have this in their possession. They just buy debt, and they call you and they harass you, and they've been trying to keep you on the phone for 60 seconds to try to admit to the debt or the services, because they don't know if you received the services or not. They just bought the debt. They don't know if you ever went to that clinic. They don't know if you went to H&R. They don't know if these procedure or what was performed, because H&R cannot give them any information about your medical. And so they don't know if you actually received the services. So they trying to keep you on the phone for 60 seconds to harass you, to get you to admit that you went and you provided these services. And now, you admit it over the phone, but all you have to do is say, hey, I'm not aware of who you are, what company that's calling me, if whatever the collection company, and I need you to send me something in writing. I would not have this discussion over the phone. And then they say, well, we have this address on file for you. Is this the correct address? I do not provide my address information to strangers or people that I've never provide services with. If that's the address you have on file, you can attempt to send it to that address. If I receive it, I will correspond to you back in writing. Thank you. Have a great day. Cease and desist from calling my phone. So that's how you handle bill collectors or debt collectors. So this charge off me is paid for two. Solomon, a charge off means, number one, you probably will be blackballed, where you won't be able to apply for credit with that company again. So let's say it's Capital One. They probably won't give you, and some of them do. I know American Express don't, but sometimes after 2 or 3 years, you can apply and you'll get another card with them. So thank you so much. So what charge off means is we're passing the buck on. We understand we're not going to get this $10,000 out of you, or $5,000 or $500, whatever it is. So we're going to pay less taxes because we make millions of dollars and we need tax write-offs. That's why I try to explain to people about their paycheck, but that's another topic. So we're going to write this off as bad debt. So no, you don't owe us the money anymore. But if you don't have a good tax person, a tax professional, Solomon, that debt is going to add to your income, which means if it adds to your income, the money you make, then you're going to have to pay back more in taxes, or you're going to pay the taxes that that company didn't want to pay and that they wrote off. So no, you don't owe the company. But there are still ways that you won't owe it in taxes either. So that's what I'm trying to, go back and listen to the beginning. I broke down this person's credit score. So that's what I'm trying to get people to understand, the whole picture of charge-offs. That's why I tell people you should never be afraid of credit card debt, right? Because there's no collateral attached to it. Now, I'm not trying to give people ways to charge off credit card debt, and now you're trying to think of ways to beat the system so you don't pay back. But you know what? I'm just telling you what's real. I'm telling you what big businesses do all the time. They write it off. That's why Amazon doesn't pay anything in taxes, because they don't want to pay taxes. They don't want to pay taxes on that money they didn't get back from you. And there are ways, if you have the right tax specialist, where you won't have to pay taxes either. But if you don't have the right tax specialist, just like with doing your credit, then you're going to lose thousands of dollars, and you might even lose time by deleting things that shouldn't be deleted, that should be reversed. Or, Nona, what are you saying would be a bad idea? And so nobody gets, so you get the right tax person. Now you're not taxed on that money. And you can get it deleted or removed from your credit report. So in my eyes, it's no harm, no foul to either parties. It's no harm, no foul to the business. They got their tax write-off. It's no harm, no foul to you. You've got your tax write-off. And you got to delete it from your credit report. If you pay the specialist to do that for you. Or if you beat the bushes and you try to, find some cheap do-it-yourself program that won't give you those results or that advice. The same thing with collections. You can feel like, well, I'm kind of afraid to pay somebody to dispute this collection. You can pay the collection bill. I've saved people $13,000 from collection, $9,000, $10,000, $500. You can free up that cash. And you can hire me to do it for you, or you can pay it outright. And you can wait to collection agency or debt collector or bill collector now summons you to court because you just ignored that collection letter. And now they summons you to court. And now you're going to have to pay that on top of the court fees. About going to credit card debt and don't pay it back. So it can be charged off. Is that a bad idea? I like to do things morally and ethically, but when you know the law, I think it is all moral and ethically. If you have a charge out, you can't get it removed from your credit report, and you cannot pay taxes on it all at the same time. That's the law. That's just the law. I can't tell you if it's right or wrong. It's the law. And it's not, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a great thing. If you do it with the wrong intentions though, I think at some point, you're going to put yourself in a bad situation. But it is an answer. This is for people who saying, you know what, I made bad decisions in the past. I'm in a bad situation and I can't pay this debt back and I can't pay the taxes on it. But if I get the right help and if I invest in myself and I get the right help and the specialists that I need, then I won't be put back in that situation again. So I'm not giving this advice for people that want to scam and manipulate the system, because if you do run out debt, credit card debt, and just buy junk and stuff, and now you want to take, say, well, I'm trying to try these loopholes of getting it removed on my credit report and not paying taxes on it at the same time. That game is going to catch up with you, and not in a positive way, right? But there are some people who just in that situation. They listening to me now, and there is a better way, and it's legal. I didn't make the law, but that's how the law works. That's how the law works. I didn't make it. I just know it. And for my clients, just, on my team, I enforce it with them. So, hey, let me get back to credit repair. I truly enjoyed the interaction, the questions. I hope I help you all. Make sure you hit like, you share this video. If you came in at the end of this, I promise you want to watch the beginning. I'm talking about how I'm going to help this client that has credit scores in the high 735, 736, and 742 pay off their mortgage in 5 to 7 years by using their credit and credit cards, if that's something that this client wants to do. And I'm also going to help them get those inquiries removed. I hope this is a client that don't want to die with a 735 credit score. Thank you for the digital love. I hope this is a client who says, yes, I want to take my credit score and use other people's money, right, to and use the bank's money through credit cards to make additional money. I believe that what you should do with your money is send your money into investment, into things that when your money returns to you, it brings some of its friends with it. Put your money to work, and you can do that through credit. I like that advice. I have made mistakes and have promised God that once I get out of debt, I get out of this, I would not be in back. That's good. And did you know, speaking of God in the Bible, that the year of Jubilee, after 7 years, people bad debt was eradicated. That's the way I look at charge-offs and collections, right? The year of Jubilee in the Bible, it's so. Did you know that Jesus' best friend Lazarus was rich? See, religion don't teach you these things. And I didn't mean to go here, but let's go here since the Holy Spirit is leading us here. Lazarus was the brother to Mary and Martha, right? Mary was the one that poured the alabaster oil on Jesus' feet. Thank you for the digital love. And Lazarus had a house. And whenever Jesus would pass through, he would stop often and stay with Lazarus and Mary and Martha in their home. I'm not talking about the Lazarus in the Bible that's the beggar, the rich man, that's the only Lazarus, that people talk about. And I'm talking about Jesus' best friend, Lazarus, who was so rich that his sisters, Mary, had the oil, and she poured the oil on Jesus' feet and anointed him. And his followers said, hey, you could have sold that oil and given it to the poor for a profit. That's how much it was worth. And then Jesus reported, the poor will be with you always. Why did Jesus say the poor will be with you always? Because this thing is a mindset, right? I'm not telling you to invest $1,000 into Lexington Law, something that won't get you the results. But if you have bad credit, I think $1,000 is a low investment to make to get yourself out of that rut with a right person like me or a specialist like me. I think that's a small price to pay when you're overpaying in interest rate, when you're overpaying in your vehicle insurance, when you can't live into the better apartment zip codes, where you can't live in a better school district zoning because you have bad credit, when you can't get your utilities cut on because of bad credit, when you're paying 25% interest rate, right? And so, Jesus' best friend Lazarus was rich. And, that says a wealth about the type of people we should hang around, because if Jesus hung around people with wealth and money and riches, then what does that say about you? See, you are the sum total of the 5 people you hang around the most. Aren't you tired of hanging around people that's always talking about the lack of money or being broke? Or if you go out to eat, you're the person at the table that can pay for everybody's meal. Don't you want to be in a company with people that's either on your level or above you? And that's what Jesus did. Church teaches so. Look, if Jesus had a problem with being prosperous, why would he make David and Solomon rich? Why would the women in the Bible be rich? Why would the widow woman whose sons were about to sold into debt use her credit to start a business with her sons? She went borrowed pots. She borrowed these things. She used credit and started a business, what I'm teaching you all. And this business, she retired and she had no financial worries for the rest of her life. Why would Ecclesiastes say money cureth all things? Then religious people have this saying that that money won't make you happy, right? But in Ecclesiastes it says, wine is for laughter, and a feast is for joy. It starts out talking about things you do to make you happy, and then it puts money right into it. It says, and all these things will make you happy. But money will not only make you happy, it'll cure some things, because it'll answer all things. So money won't cure cancer for you, but it sure will get you the best physician that can help you fight that cancer with you. Money won't cure lonely and depression, but it sure can take you up to vacation or other places in the world that you dream of travel to take you away from that lonely or depressed environment, right? It can give you a means. It can give you choices. It can give you better decisions, right? And it could be one less stress in this world. So, hey, I'm signing off. I really, really enjoyed this live. Just want to tell, my Mississippi and some of you I will get back to. But let me tell you this. Because you know me and you think I'm going to spoon feed you to get your credit fixed. I'm not doing it. And I'm not doing any more work without the money up front, right? Because this is an investment. You have to change your mindset. Get your credit right. Once your credit get right, the cash will follow. The cash will follow. Hey, thank you all so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you share this. If you watch this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and the bell notification button so you will be notified by email when I upload videos like this. And you all have a great evening.